Welcome, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, our final Patreon stream of the year of 2022.
Yay.
Can you fucking believe that shit?
Jupiter, why are you talking? It's supposed to be quiet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
We forgot to say this is the ASMR stream
I'm
of
being too loud.
the
I'm so
quiet
sorry.
year.
I shouldn't have yelled. I'm so sorry. Hi, Sienna's. Hi, Myrna. Hello, hello. Welcome.
Hello.
So, this is gonna be a fun one because today we are playing a funny little game you might have heard of called The Quiet Year. This is a little tabletop drawing game that is all about building a community and telling some fun stories and just sort of goofing around and seeing what happens.
It's a game about fucking around and finding out.
It's a game about fucking around and finding out. And I think it's time to reveal to the audience the terrain that we're going to be playing on today.
I don't.
Yeah.
I do
Here
not
it
approve
is.
of that.
Here it is. This is what we're gonna. We sort of already got started before the stream, so sorry about that. But this is what we're gonna be playing on today. So. So if you wanna repurpose this terrain for like any of your like Dungeons and Dragons campaigns, please do. It's sort of
Imagine you're like 8 months into a campaign when you
Mhm.
realize that your DM has you playing on a giant person. They
Well,
never realize or reveal it before.
it's sort of a sort of like a Xenoblade Chronicles sort of situation.
Yeah. I was thinking of Xenoblade Chronicles, but again, like it's not in the exposition. You just have to. Oh man, that'd be terrifying. That'd be awful.
All right, y'all, we're going into the mouth. The mysterious cave of wonders. Why is it so wet in here?
Oh,
Oh no, do you ever accidentally reinvent Vor? Do you ever accidentally do that?
This is
so
why I
glad the
avoid
internet
giant
let that
people.
go.
Yeah, I mean it's mostly been let go, yeah, and that's great. Well, let's get into it. So, here's the basic idea here. So the layout looks a little different today. It's quiet, which means desaturated. That's what quiet means visually, I guess. But also, you will see, so we have our drawing here on the right, which is where we're going to put our terrain. We're going to put everything there. And then any notes that we have are going to be quick reference over on the side, over on the left. We're sort of flying a little bit by the seat of our pants, but I think it's going to be all good. So, are we ready to get started here?
Aye, Captain.
Hell yeah. I get to be the captain today. Even though Joe is running the game pretty much.
I think we're all running the game. I think Amy read the rules, and that means that Amy's running the game.
I'm the captain.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
All right.
Okay, Amy, can you get rid of this? Thank you. Thank you.
I deleted him.
I also deleted the moon from Majora's Mask, so we're all safe now.
And I deleted my eat pants.
Wow, so we're really... Well, no, you didn't. I see the layer still there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did.
Liar.
Fucking liar.
It's gone now.
Okay, so...
Hey, to be clear, that was not me being sneaky. That was me being incompetent.
Okay, so we are I'm gonna read the little opening story.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
For a long time, we were at war with the jackals. Now, finally, we have driven them off, and we're left with this: a year of relative peace. One quiet year, with which to build our community up and learn again how to work together. Come winter, the frost shepherds will arrive, and we might not survive the encounter. This is when the game will end. But we don't know about that yet. What we know is that right now, in this moment, there is an opportunity to build something. So-called Why can't I speak? So-called free thinkers win eat pant. Okay. So welcome to this. So the basic idea here, we're gonna sort of explain the rules as they go along, as the game goes along, in order not to front load with information here. But the basic idea is that we're going to be drawing a map, we're going to be drawing our community, and then we are all going to be solving and introducing problems as they arrive until we eventually get murdered by the frost shepherds. So
well, we might be able to hold out.
We might be able to. It sort of depends what our goals here are. So,
and how, it depends on how good we are at working together. So.
It also depends on what the frost shepherds are, which we don't know. We don't know what they are. So, here's the basic idea. So we're going to start off by establishing a general sort of concept for what our community is.
General terrain.
General terrain. What sort of what and we can go ahead and take, sort of suggestions from the chat at this point. But what sort of what sort of like area are we thinking of for
where could we be?
Where could we be?
Eat a fish.
You want to eat a fish?
You want to eat a fish.
I want to be an island.
You want an island?
You want to be on an island community.
I want to be in the middle of the ocean.
Okay, middle of the ocean. That's cool.
Okay.
Boxer's thinking a lot of hills.
A hilly island.
Okay, so what about an island with a big mountain in the center of it, and then hills sort of rolling off from there, with like a beach area?
Well, I mean, I think even the mountain is. I mean, we can.
Oh, that's true. That's gonna be. Well,
avoid landmarks.
My detail is the mountain. Okay, so let's get sort of started off here. I guess.
So are we doing island? Are we doing ocean?
Let's do island.
Yeah, let's be a beach community.
Beach.
That is on an island that has rolling hills. That radiate out from the center of the island, and let's just for clarity's sake, we can be on like maybe the southern. Do you want to be in the center or like
let's start
on a southern beach?
Well, I guess let's
I'm confused. Is that water or is that
That's
island?
The island?
That is the island. That is the basic. So
Jupiter has shown us a beautiful little island.
So here to simplify it. Oh, that is not correct. Here you go. And then let's give some like greenery. There you go. Island.
Okay. Is that gonna be your landmark?
No, that's just the terrain.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's sort of so we're deciding where to start off where we put our community here.
Yeah, just to make it as easy as possible, can you like stretch out the island so that it kind of like matches the four corners of the canvas?
I will do my best. Okay. There we go. Sort of a wide boy.
Big boy.
Sort of a wide boy. Okay. So, let's put our I sort of like the idea of it being in the corner. You know? I'm sort of with that. Do you want to just draw a place for it? That's a good marker.
What are we drawing?
We're just sort of establishing where the community resides.
Yeah.
It says it should be fairly large on the map, taking up 1/3 of the sheet.
Right.
1/3? That seems like a lot. Why don't we just put it
a
like
lot of landmarks in the community?
I wanna put it like I wanna put it like in this general area. You know? Not quite looking like that, but you get what I mean.
Can we make this not a silly squiggling face?
Okay. Then in that case, this. Oh, hang on. I need a layer above the fucking island.
What is that?
This third. I'm showing you that
okay.
third of the island is community.
Yeah.
Is
I hear
life.
That sounds good.
Okay. I'm deleting that.
All right. So,
okay, now draw your landmarks.
Well, let's discuss. So I know that my big landmark is the big mountain. I'm not gonna have it be that big. That's too big. Let's say here, big mountain.
Do you have a name for this mountain?
I think this mountain is called I'm gonna say this mountain, it's not sort of named what we would traditionally name mountains. It's not like Mount something. What it is it's called gonna have to very carefully write it in here.
No. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. We're gonna avoid putting words on the map. You can name the layer if you want, or you can just tell us. We'll remember.
Put it in the notes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, rules lawyers. All right, sure. This mountain is called the end of all things.
Okay.
That's what it's been called.
Good.
I don't know what the story is behind that, but that's what it's called.
Good start.
I'll go ahead and write that in the notes.
And then next is you, Amy.
Me? Why me? I haven't thought of it yet.
Okay. Well, it's because that's just the order that we established. But I will. I'll go. I am going to say that in this little bay down here on the eastern side of the island, there's a very particular fish that are known as silverfins.
Silverfins, okay. So, gonna write that down. We have to make this note smaller so that we can have all of the things on it. Okay. Cool.
On the far western side of the island, there's a cliff.
A cliff, okay.
And at the peak of the cliff is like a weird looking stone that kind of looks man-made.
Okay. Let's say cliff with weird man-made looking stone.
I guess I should make that smaller.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, awesome. Oh, you adding the rolling hills?
Yeah, I want to just add a few hills just to not lose that.
Yeah, we gotta add a couple of rolling hills in here. It's important.
Some waves on this island.
Yeah, they just surround the end of all things.
Now, Let's see example situations.
Okay,
So,
next up,
Example.
we
Yeah.
have to pick our starting resources.
Yeah. So
Right, and
what?
those landmarks are meant to be related to the resources, correct?
No, they don't have to.
They're not inherently, but they can be.
Oh, well, I was thinking that when I made my fish.
No,
So,
the one,
well.
the resource that ends up being in abundance, we do draw on the map.
Right,
Yeah, well,
I
we
did not
draw.
realize that.
Yeah, we draw the
But
resource that's
whatever.
abundant in abundance, and we draw the resources that are in not abundance in not abundance. So Joe, since you came up with your resource, do you wanna put a different landmark in?
No, I already drew the fish. I
Okay.
think that regardless whether it's in abundance or scarcity, the fish being are native to here and they only exist in that specific bay, and they're
Okay.
important for some reason.
Okay.
Are they? I mean, I guess they're technically not landmarks, though, right?
They're not landmarks though, is the thing.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna move this.
I'm gonna draw a landmark then. I'm gonna draw
Fuck it
such a
up.
good landmark.
Draw a fucking landmark.
When you zoom in on the browser instead of the canvas. All right.
All right. What are you thinking?
Oh, the hills. Why not just the hills? That can
Yeah,
be my
fair enough.
landmark.
All right, rolling
That's
hills.
that. Yeah, you did it. Good
Easy,
job.
easy peasy. Okay, so Joe, your resource is the fish. I think
Yeah,
I think that another resource that is very important to our community is, we have we have this sort of beach community, which I think means that and I think that we're a community of artisans, not exclusively, but that is something that is important to us. So I think glass making is really important. So sand is a resource, because we need to melt it into glass to make our little glass works.
Okay.
Which I am going to draw on the map, represented by just like a funny little beach.
The beach.
The beach. Oh, although actually we don't draw them yet because we haven't decided what is in abundance and what isn't.
We have so many. We have snails.
Snails. Good to
It
know.
rains a lot here, and snails love it.
Snails love it. Hell yes. Okay, so we've got our three resources. Yeah, what's up?
The snails are the resource, but I guess we can decide how, like, if the shells are important for a specific reason, or if, like, there's good snail meat in there.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I didn't think of they were a resource. It just
yes. No. I think let's not question this. Snails are the resource. I am 100% with this. So at this point, we need to sort of figure out which one of these is in abundance and which ones are not.
Well, I have my answer.
I kind of want snails to be in abundance.
Yeah.
That's
fine.
I kind of want the snails to be in abundance.
That is fine. Yes.
Okay, so snails are abundant. How do you spell abundant? I think I got it. The silverfins are scarce. And the sand is also scarce. So we have to...
We're running out of sand.
We're running out of sand. So...
Well, we can also make it scarce in another way.
Giant snails?
Like, we can say that...
No, there's just not a lot of sand. I'm in charge of the sand on this one. So giant snails, huh?
Just a symbol.
as we can see, there is just not a lot of sand right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sand is a shortage.
there's just a sand shortage. I hate to say, but we are really running low on sand.
The snails just love to eat the sand.
The snails love to eat the sand is the problem about it. And we gotta figure that out. Also, I love that you just made the silverfin smaller.
It's tiny.
It's tiny because there's not a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with that said, so we've got our scarcities, we've got our abundances. What's the next part? What's the next part for us? Playing?
Next
We're
is
playing.
Yeah, we play a card. So since Amy's resource was in abundance, Amy can draw the first card.
Okay, so
Alright.
so for the audience here, Joe, would you just explain what the cards are doing here?
Yeah, I've got a physical deck of cards. Each of those cards correlate to a specific event as detailed in the rule book. So I am going to tell Amy the card, and I think we're all gonna look up the cards independently because they all have or statements. But I want you to just pick the one that you want, Amy, and then choose and read that part out loud.
Yeah, so
Okay.
each card just represents a week of time.
Right, and also it's worth knowing that we're going through them in the order of the suits. They are supposed to represent the seasons. So currently we are in the spring. Preparing for the frost shepherds to come in the winter. So in the spring, we have the 9 of hearts.
9 of hearts.
Okay.
All right.
So what is Joe? Would you just mind
Sure.
just
As
reading
an
it out
example, the 9 of hearts on this list says.
Well, I'm the one who decides it, right?
Yeah, but I'm going to just read both options so that the audience has an idea of what we're working with. So the options that you could pick, Amy, are: a charismatic young girl convinces many to help her with an elaborate scheme. What is it, and who joins her endeavors? Start a project to reflect. So you would also be able to start a project for free, because that you can start a project as an action, or you can draw a card, but you can start a project if you pick that. Or a charismatic young girl tries to tempt many into sinful or dangerous activity. Why does she do this? How does the community respond?
What do you think, Ames?
Yeah, so I wanted the first one. The charismatic young girl convinces many to help her with an elaborate scheme. What is it? Who joins her endeavors? Start a project to reflect. So a little girl wants to she wants to create an elaborate scheme to get more sand.
Okay.
And she wants to get some gods to give sand. So she wants to she wants to build a shrine to pray to some gods.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and make a note. So I've got our notes split into terrain, resources, and projects. So I'm gonna make a project saying, build a shrine to get sand.
I also want to say, we don't have to necessarily come up with characters and stuff, but this would be a good opportunity to give this girl a name if you want to, Amy.
Bitsy.
Nancy?
Bitsy.
Bitsy, sorry.
Yeah, how could you, Jupiter?
Oh, you know what? Actually, she decides to try and fix up that old yeah, never mind. I can decide that when the project's done.
Yeah.
She is creating. She wants to build a shrine and gather worshippers to a god to bestow sand onto the village.
Yeah.
And hardly anybody joins her because they think she's stupid.
Nope, she's charismatic and convinces many to help her. So I like that is going to have ramifications probably at a town meeting.
Yeah. So who? It's not a matter of being able to convince, but it's a matter of who is convinced.
Who is convinced?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have the rules say that we have 60 to 80 people. I would say like at least a dozen people are roped into this.
Yeah. Can I produce a you don't have to go with it. Can I produce a suggestion to sort of like can I produce a suggestion?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're figuring this out. We're not supposed to like table talk too much, but we're figuring out how to play the game, so it's okay.
So perhaps the consequence of this action is the who she is convincing is perhaps she becomes something of a religious leader to the sand god, and so what she's doing is she's creating a congregation of sand worshippers.
I already see tension springing up from this because this is pulling workers away from other projects potentially. But I think that we can decide what the ramifications of after the project completes. How long do we think it's going to take her to create this shrine? And
because I think even though she is charismatic and not a lot of people are gonna join her, I think it's gonna take like 3 weeks.
3 weeks? Okay, then it should. How far away do you think? Like, you can go ahead and draw the shrine. Or no, you don't draw it.
I just do the number.
Yeah, you just do the number. We'll draw the shrine when the project completes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that is your turn, and next is Jupiter's turn.
Okay.
No, next is my turn.
Oh,
sorry.
Next is your turn. Yeah, go
Wait,
ahead.
no, that isn't my turn.
Okay.
That was me drawing my card.
Yeah, that is. Oh, and then you can take an action. Yes,
that is
you're
true.
right.
That is true. Oh, so we're building the shrine near the man-made stone?
Yes, I have plans.
Hell yeah. I'm with
You
it.
also can drop that down to 2 now.
No,
I can't.
Yes.
The rules specifically said if you start a project and adjust the dice in the same turn, you do not adjust the dice in the project you just started.
Thank you.
Okay. The active player chooses and takes an action, discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. I would like to hold a discussion.
Okay.
All right. Would you like to start with so we should actually describe how this works.
Yes.
Holding
we
a discussion.
Only allowed to say 1 to 2 sentences each.
Another of the 3. Okay, hold the discussion. Starting from you and going clockwise, each player gets to weigh in once with a single statement of 1 to 2 sentences. If you opened with a question, you get to weigh in last, and if you open with a statement, that's it for you. And we're not supposed to talk more than our 1 to 2 sentences, and we're supposed to leave things open-ended and not come to any major conclusions, because that's how working on problems in a community works. It's often inconclusive and untidy. So we'll go ahead and get started, Amy.
Talk about fish. Do we know how to get more?
So far we haven't really prioritized getting fish at all. So I do not currently see an outlook for that.
6 of our best fishermen have decided to trek across the island and build a stupid table. So we're in a bad spot.
I think that we should probably come up with something.
It's cool. It's cool.
That's my turn.
All right.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. All right, sick. Joe, go ahead and take your turn.
I drew the Jack of Hearts. So
Jack of Hearts.
you see a good omen. Actually, you see a bad omen. What is it? Um.
I see you hovering over the end of all things.
Yeah.
I see you hovering. I see you hovering over the end of all things, huh?
Happens.
Uh-huh.
The thing that happens is that the community wakes up one day and the end of all things, the top of it is gone.
Oh shit.
It's
okay.
They can't see it from their perspective, but the very top of it is just a flat plane.
Okay.
So if you could adjust your drawing.
I will adjust.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Wow. Okay.
Real quick, because we never figured it out, can we say what we use the snails as a resource for?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean we can. We totally can. I think right now it's our main source of food.
Yeah, I think it's food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slug suckers. No one's happy about it. Well,
a lot of people are happy about it, actually.
I can't say that. Yeah.
A lot of people are happy about it. Not everyone, but a lot of people.
Half the community is devastated because they have them as pets.
Oh. Yeah, absolutely. It's half pets, half food. For sure. Okay, cool. And then Joe, do you want to go ahead and take an action? Cool.
I'm going to make a discovery.
Okay.
And that discovery is going to be during their treks to the shrine, one of the zealots wandered off into the forest, and they found a trap door in the ground.
Oh shit!
It looks simple by design, but it is locked, and they could not get it open.
Okay, cool, awesome. Also, Sienna was gonna say that shells are used as currency. They realize they create Fallout Caps economy. I don't mind that. I think you suck down the snail meat, and then the shells is used as currency. That works for me.
I think they're definitely using the shells.
Get paid.
Yeah, we're paid in shells.
There's shells everywhere, for sure.
Yeah,
and they're just like, we're definitely, we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with this shit someday.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Go ahead and draw a card for me.
Right. Your card, Jupiter, is the King of Hearts.
The King of Hearts. Okay, I will look at that in a second. I'm just gonna mark the trapdoor in the notes. And we are already running out of space on the side here. That's fine. I will shrink it down again. Let's see. Words. Trap door in the ground. Okay. The notes have been cut off. That's annoying. I'll fix that in a second. Okay, so you said King of Hearts?
King
of Hearts.
Okay, so the options are either a young boy starts digging in the ground and discovers something unexpected, or an old man confesses to past crimes and atrocities. What has he done?
Pig. I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to me. I think that an old man confesses to past crimes and atrocities. What has he done? I think that what the old man did, years and years ago, really back before this community was really established, this old man, his name is Jebediah. This old man, Jebediah, was running a scheme for the. So we all know about the sand god, but there's also the grass god. And this old man made a deal with the grass god to get rid of as much sand as possible so that this island would be entirely covered in grass. So the reason why there is so little sand is because this old man made a deal with the grass god and toiled away getting rid of the sand.
Okay.
And I am going to represent that on the map by drawing a little stick figure with a shovel by the beach. Because I can't think of any other way to represent that.
Okay.
And then my action. I'm gonna start a project. So after the discovery of the trap door, some of our community members have decided that well, it's not really like it's mostly just some thrill seekers, some teens. So some thrill-seeking teens are planning on breaking into the trapdoor and figuring out what is inside. And I think that's only going to take 2 weeks. You know, I don't think it's a massive task. You know, they've just like all it's really going to take is trekking out there with an axe and then just breaking it down. We feel good about that?
Yeah.
Sick. Okay. Cool. That is my turn, and while Amy is taking their turn, I am gonna go fix up the notes on the side, because they are busted.
Okay.
All right. Amy, you've drawn the 8 of hearts.
I've drawn the 8 of hearts. Okay. 8 of hearts. An old piece of machinery is discovered broken, but perhaps repairable. What is it? What could it be useful for?
Okay. Interesting.
So down near the southern part of the island, not near the beach though, like this area-ish. They find a broken like water purifier. And basically it used to take the water from the ocean and clean it up.
Okay.
And usually the island relies heavily on rainwater, but this would mean that if they fixed it up, that they could also drink ocean water.
Okay.
So I'm drawing that scribble for now. But yeah.
Okay.
That is
Sick.
that's where it is.
Sick. I'm with it.
And with that, my next part of my turn, this goes down to 0.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Which I get to announce the results, right?
Mm-hmm. What happened?
So, what happened? This is repaired. They pray to the sand gods. To which, first off, this guy's fucking killed. sand god kills this guy in
Okay,
wow.
cool.
theory.
You beat me to it.
Wow.
And
don't worry. I've got plans for this fucking man. Also, we all have it out for this guy.
and kind of in a very slow, it's going to be like a slow changing thing, but basically every week the sand is going to slowly take over the island.
Oh, okay. How do we represent that? I love that. Does that like become its own little project?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Is for that normally projects are supposed to last for 1 to 6 weeks, but I think because this is an active god, want to put it on like a 12-week timer, and then every week the sand just gets bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. So for this first week, I'll just
Now I see it's circling the island.
Yeah. So basically, it circles the island, and then it's just gonna encircle it more and more each week.
Okay, cool. You're gonna have to.
So much sand.
You're gonna have to draw that in. You're gonna have to draw the border in because the island is a
Can
different
you do it
layer.
on your layer then? On your green layer?
Yeah, I'll do it on the green layer.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and mark a 12 turn sand timer. And then we're gonna sort of just keep it going. Okay.
And then lastly, for my last action, I'm making a project to fix the water wheel.
Okay.
Which is probably gonna take 6 weeks.
That is valid.
Project. So I'm gonna put a 6 next.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Joe, your go.
4 of hearts.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick too.
Okay. That'll take 4 to 6 weeks.
What important and basic tools does the community lack? We haven't got much of anything in the way of weapons.
That is true.
We have fishing spears, and that is about it.
Okay.
And some of the zealots. Oh, this trapdoor counter should go down.
You are absolutely correct.
Some of the zealots have had some close calls with local wildlife.
Okay.
And I want to start a conversation, but Amy is not here.
Yeah. I think a discussion is in order. But since we're going ahead and waiting just for Amy to come back, hey chat, if the sand god started taking over your island in sand, what would you do? Oh God.
What I missed?
What you missed?
We lack weapons.
We lack weapons.
I said that we have fishing spears, and that's about it in the way of weapons.
Yes,
and it's been an issue for some of the zealots going to the other side of the island because of local wildlife. And for my turn action, I am going to start a conversation or start a discussion, and I'm going to start it by saying, Uh, thank goodness we have a better supply of sand now. I'm so glad that Jebediah finally paid for his sins. Good riddance.
Real quick, should I mark sand as in abundance now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm glad that Jebediah is dead as well. But I find myself concerned about losing the snail habitat.
Snails love sand.
Okay, dude.
I'm taking contempt.
I am also taking contempt.
We haven't talked about this yet, I believe, but contempt is a mechanic. It's designed to, if one of us feels slighted in some way, even as a community member, not necessarily as us as players, we can take a contempt token, which is meant to sit in front of us until the end of the game, and kind of be a token of representing the past tensions that we've had.
Yeah.
Die.
I don't know if me and Joe are taking contempt for the same reason, but
No, probably not.
we'll figure that out as we go.
If I get to know why.
No.
No. Not
I
right
don't
now.
get to voice my problem. That's the whole point of it. It's the next person's turn.
Which is me, and I am currently marking contempt on the layout.
Gotcha.
That's your contempt? That's your contempt. Is it what I said?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna say another sentence, but then.
Oh, I fucked up.
What's up?
I didn't tell you to adjust the numbers on my turn, so this should be a 5, and I should have finished the trapdoor, but I'm gonna just leave it and let the next person do it on their turn.
I mean, I'm the one who discusses who tells what the trapdoor is about anyway. So, okay.
Why is that?
Because I'm the one who set that project.
No, I am.
No, I set the project to open the trapdoor.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. You're right. Okay.
Never question.
So is it? I was trying to find this. Is it the person who sets the project talks about it regardless of whose turn it is?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
I'm lower in my number. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, your number is 5 and my number is 0. Okay, so here's the deal about the trapdoor.
You do adjust the project dice after doing your card.
After I do my card?
After you doing your card, yeah.
Okay, well let's do the card then.
3 of hearts.
3 of hearts. 3 of hearts. So the options are someone new arrives, who, or 2 of the community's younger members get into a fight. What provoked them? Well, here's the thing, is that ties very directly into my project ending. So I think I'm just going to tie it right in.
Yeah, you can weave them in. That's fine.
So two of our teens went to break open the trapdoor. They brought an axe with them, and they just really smashed the shit out of it and opened it up. But they did let the ghouls out. What they didn't realize at the time is that underneath the ground were ghouls. And the trapdoor was placed there by people hundreds of years past as a way to prevent the ghouls from escaping. So now the ghouls are loose, and these 2 younger members they got into a fight with the ghouls. and barely escaped with their lives. The ghouls are very powerful. We also do need to increase the amount of sand. And then, Joe, would you mind just editing the trapdoor to be open?
I drew a ghoul.
But can you open the trapdoor then?
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
Where's the ghoul? I don't see it.
It's so
very
transparent.
faint.
You can see it more once I add more sand.
Oh, I see.
It's important to add sand.
There, it's open.
Awesome. Thank you. That works. Okay. So now now I have drawn my card, and now I'm going to take my action, which is I think my brain misheard Ghoul says the girls are very powerful and thought, hell yeah, women can do anything. Hell yeah. Women can do anything. Here's the thing: it is a ghoul army of girl bosses. Ghoul bosses. Okay, so for my action, I feel like, because I'm choosing to interpret this map very literally right now for this. So I think that some of our community members are going to go on an expedition. They have seen the end of all things, the top being missing. They're deciding to go on a expedition. These particular group of people are they're separatists of the Sand Church. They are no longer part of the Sand Church, and they are going up the mountain to meet with the Snail King to decide what to do next.
Snail King is not real.
The Snail King is up there. See that big fucking snail? That's the Snail King.
That's a symbol of the snail.
That's the Snail King, and I will hear nothing of it. And I think that this is a big expedition. Shredding up this mountain is a big thing. I think this is going to take the full 6 weeks.
Okay.
There can be a Snail King if you go up there, but you have to finish the project.
Yeah, I know.
You don't know what's up there yet.
The Snail King is real. I'm sorry, Amy, but the Snail King is real.
I'm taking contempt.
You're taking contempt? Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm gonna kick your ass. Me and my snail worshippers are gonna kick your ass, old man.
I think your old man is dead.
Okay,
Amy, it's your turn.
That is my turn. Which means that we need to once again reduce the fuck what.
Oh, I changed the number for you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, but oh, wrong. Okay. 9. Okay, which means that I need to increase the amount of sand. So while I'm doing that, go ahead and take your turn.
What's my card?
It is the Ace of Hearts.
Oh my gosh, numero uno.
Would you read the options out loud, please, so there's not dead air?
I'm making a decision.
I think that I'm just gonna read the choices when I pull the card. I think that
Okay,
was
that
a
sounds great. Thank
misplay on my part. So the choices for Ace of Hearts are: what group has the highest status in the community? What must people do to gain inclusion in this group? Or are there distinct family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common?
Okay.
Are there distinct family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common?
Go ahead.
There are distinct family units in the community. There are family units that uh live on the beach and like to live with snail pets. And then there's the ones that like to eat the snails. And there's a difference between them.
Yeah. So it's we're sort of approaching like a Sneetches situation.
A what?
Sneetches, the Dr.
What's
Seuss thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um
Let's go to the
and
Sneetch each.
so a family structure typically consists of like just everybody. There's not just like a mommy and a daddy or there's like everybody in a family is like a community of like 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
Um and all of their snails. Um and then but then typically the people who eat the snails
Are just kind of loners,
um
or do they
no,
stick together too?
their family structures just tend to be a little bit smaller.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. 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 How are you going to represent that on the map? And I'm going to. I think at this point I reduce the snail number.
Yes, you always reduce the numbers immediately after resolving a card.
Mm-hmm. I have really lost track of my layers here.
Yeah, I've been trying to label them as I go along, but
I'm gonna
I've
like.
also, just so you know, I've been noting contempt on my own so that we don't have to worry about the tokens.
Yeah. I've also been marking it in the layout, so we're all good there.
Excellent.
Okay.
Um,
So
and
I'm just
then
gonna do some layer merging.
for my action, I would like to discover something.
Okay.
So um in the midst of all this sand grass shit happening, um as the sand comes back to the beach, some shit returns to the shore.
Okay.
In fact, an enormous um skeleton
Gellington?
skeleton.
What is that? Oh, skeleton.
Oh,
It's a skeleton and
Oh, there's a huge skeleton on the beach.
that's so cool.
it's
Yeah.
Shit.
what appears to be a giant silverfish skeleton.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Giant silverfin. Okay.
Very cool.
We can go back.
That's my turn.
Very cool.
Sick. That's fucking awesome. All right.
All right.
Cool. What you got?
This is my turn, yeah?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, it is the Queen of Hearts. Sorry, there's like 6 windows. Queen of Hearts says, what is the most beautiful thing in this area? Or what is the most hideous thing in this area?
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Well, he already died, so.
Wow.
I think that I will say that the most beautiful thing in the area is, I don't want to lose this thread, is the glasswork of the community.
Mm.
They I don't want to get into necessarily why this is right now, but this community is obsessed with making glass trinkets and ornaments, and so like all of their homes have like beads in the entryways, and there's chimes everywhere, and like there it's just glass everywhere. And I also think that like that has been part of the cultist movement, is taking glass vessels and stuff to the altar. um so it's the glass work. There's very much intricate glass work everywhere
Mhm.
that these people go.
Sick. I love
For
it.
my turn, my action, I'm going to start a project. Some of the community members have become very concerned that the sand is encroaching faster, like, and more consistently than they originally thought it would.
Mhm.
They're quiet about this because the sand god cult is very popular right now, but some of them have decided to see about breeding and kind of maintaining the silverfin population to see if they can uh, come up with an alternative food source.
An
Um,
alternate food source to sand.
to snails,
Okay.
because this
Oh,
snails
yes, I see what you're
live on the
saying. I
grass.
see what you're saying. Yes, because the grass is going away. I 100% see what you're
So
saying.
I think also like with the big silverfin skeleton, like it's kind of sparked some interest.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say this is gonna take 4 weeks.
Okay.
Do you think that's fair?
4 weeks sounds fair. That sounds good to me.
All right. Okay.
Cool.
A very off um timeline thing that I kind of forgot to bring up, but I kind of had it in my head that the sand god took over Bitsy.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
I yeah. I'll go ahead and just write in the notes here that Bitsy um has become a vessel for the sand god.
Thank you.
Okay. Uh, okay. Cool. So my turn.
Yup.
Sick. Okay. So go ahead and draw me my card.
Sorry. That is the 10 of diamonds. We've moved on to summer.
Oh shit! It's summer.
It's
It's
summertime.
summer.
Okay. Welcome to summer, everybody.
You
The 10 of
discover a
diamonds.
cache of supplies or resources, add a new abundance, or a scarcity has gone unaddressed for too long. Start a
Hmm.
project that will alleviate that scarcity.
Um.
But we don't have any scarcities anymore.
We do. We
do.
well,
Oh, we have
but
fishies.
but
But
it
you
can.
just
But
started
we
the
can
project.
add a new resource entirely.
Yes.
So
We're also scarce on weapons, technically. That's not
that's true. You know what?
But
Here, you are right, because that is something that we established earlier and did not get addressed. So weapons are a scarcity at this moment. Uh, so here's what I'm thinking, right? And actually, sort of going on that line. So the ghouls are encroaching upon our community. The ghouls are fully starting to take over the island. Things are looking a little bleak on the ghouls front as the summer heat has been uh, uh, continuing on. The ghouls have been getting more alive and agitated. Not alive in the literal sense, but you know what I mean.
lively.
Lively. So we are truly getting overrun with ghouls. And we need to address the scarcity of weapons. But specifically, what we're realizing, because the teens were not able to, yes, just cover this land with ghouls. Thank you.
We have an abundance of ghouls.
We have an abundance of ghouls. The axe, it seems like regular weapons don't seem to do anything to the ghouls, so we need specifically to start a project for magical weapons, or something to that nature. And I think what I'm gonna do is I want to start a project that a group of our best and brightest are going to go down to the giant silverfin skeleton, and they're going to start making weapons out of silverfin bone because they believe that that will work against the ghouls.
Yeah.
And I think that project's going to take like 4 weeks. Is that all right?
I think it would take less.
You think less?
Yeah. I
Let's
mean,
do-
there's a lot of bone and there's a lot of sharp
Let's
scales and stuff.
yeah. Let's say 3 weeks. I think it's gonna because we need to arm a lot of people. So I think 3 weeks is about right.
Yeah.
And then reduce the Snail King to
Let's reduce our project clocks.
3.
Everyone.
Sand is down to 7, so we need more sand. And I think I am going to hold a discussion.
Okay.
So, a thing that I've been concerned about, I'm going to statement. Thing I've been concerned about is that, just looking at our map here, it doesn't seem like we have a lot of housing. And considering that we are being beset at all sides by ghouls and all of these gods and forces, maybe it might be a good idea to focus on building up our defenses, our houses and protections from the elements.
Amy, you're next.
Oh, I am? Okay. We got all those snail shells. We can make something out of those, right?
Joe.
We can't build a house out of snail shells. We're fucked.
Excellent. Okay, that's my turn.
Is it my turn?
Okay.
Or is it Joe's
Yeah.
turn?
I believe it is your turn, Amy.
It is your turn.
Yep. 7 of diamonds.
Ever!
Introduce a mystery at the edge of the map, or an unattended situation becomes problematic and scary. What is it, and how does
Okay.
it go awry?
Hey. Let me see. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Jeb's body
Oh.
Great
gets
start.
possessed by a ghoul.
Oh, shit! Oh, no!
Who's got the X on Jeb?
I've got the X on Jeb.
I'll put a ghoul in him.
Go ahead and put a ghoul in that man.
Okay. And what does that look like?
Yeah, what does that mean for us? This is so good. Put a ghoul in that boy.
He is quite upset that everyone was just really okay with him dying. And he it just starts
like joining the ghouls and just attacks the community.
Can I motion that he becomes the leader of the ghouls?
Yeah, he's got a body for
so
sure.
They can be dead people can be possessed.
Yeah. I mean, Bitsy is.
Well, he's dead, so.
Bitsy has been possessed by the sand god. Jeb has been possessed by the ghoul. This is just how.
Well,
it
and
works.
also Jeb is a ghoul now. He's a ghost,
Mhm.
so basically he just took back his own body.
Pretty much, yeah. Sick, awesome. I love it.
Okay, let me lower my number.
Yes.
Everybody, lower your numbers.
Everyone, lower
and
your
then...
numbers.
Let me look at my actions, my possible actions that I can take. Sorry.
No, take your time. You're all good. We are halfway through the sandining.
Start a project.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be heart in the heart and center of the community. And it is gonna be to start building defenses with what we know, which is glass.
Excellent, correct.
Okay, good.
This is the correct call.
This is a desperate situation, so this is a 1 week.
Okay.
I'm
okay with that.
Project.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
If like that's reflected when the project is resolved.
Mm-hmm. What is a 1 week glass building project?
Like just make some planes and
yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe I'll make it 2 weeks.
Okay, 2 weeks. I'm good with 2 weeks.
All right.
All right.
My turn.
Yes, indeed.
6 of diamonds. Outsiders arrive in the area. Why are they a threat, and how are they vulnerable? Or outsiders arrive in the area. How many and how are they greeted?
Oh.
Ooh. Outsiders regardless. Regardless of what we do.
All right.
We are beset at all sides. We are fucked.
So I think that what arrives is like it's a sailing vessel. It's like a sailing ship.
That makes sense.
Which is not familiar to anyone in the community. Nobody's seen anything like this. They've seen like small little, rowboats and stuff like, they're not rowboats, but like canoes and stuff like that. But this is like a ship, and I think it is inhabited by, we'll call them like gnomes. So they're all smallish, and they've got just all kinds of weird, very steampunky, like kind of tech that is just beyond anyone here.
Okay. Interesting.
They have never seen the glass blown anything like what this community has.
Okay.
And they now so they're like very interested in getting their hands on some of this glass work, but we're in the middle of crisis, and as a result of that, they are not greeted too like friendly. They're not like attacked right away, but they are also told to like stay the fuck away for the time being. I think that's what happens.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in the notes under characters. I'm gonna put steampunk gnomes.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm also just gonna go ahead and update. So Bitsy is, I'm just gonna go ahead and say just to update, leader of the sand cult, we
Oh,
do
that's a good
have
gnome.
a grass cult that does not have a leader,
Well,
but
it's
that's fine.
Jebediah.
No, Jebediah is the ghoul cult.
Well, he was the grass cult leader, I guess.
He was, but he is no longer.
Mm-hmm.
He has forsaken grass, in favor of ghoul.
Gotcha.
So marked Bitsy, leader of the sand cult, possessed. Jeb, leader of the ghouls, possessed. We have the grass cult and the steampunk gnomes.
Yep.
So that is what we have right now.
My water wheel's ready.
Awesome. Go ahead and oh, I love that gnome, Joe. That's a good gnome.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I was
it's a
really
very
pleased
good
with how it came
gnome.
out.
Yeah. Amy, what's the deal with the water purification thing?
So it's basically stabilizing the community a lot more water. All the sand was kind of making people really thirsty. It's summer, it's hot, and now people have more water to drink, and also it is the snails, they're dry.
The snails are dry. Well, no longer, because we now have an abundance of fresh water.
Yeah. So when water's not a problem anymore, it never
Um,
really, it wasn't a big problem, but now it won't be.
Yeah,
So
can I also go ahead? You know, we are over halfway on the sand timer. Can I just go ahead? Well, I guess not. Once the sand timer is done, then snails will move from abundant to scarce.
yep.
Okay, cool. Makes sense.
I think you can make that change now. I think
Yeah,
you've gotten.
I mean, we are over halfway. I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think the water wheel's helping. So
Yeah, you know
The
what?
water
You're right.
wheel
It's not
has-
making. No, I don't think so. Like the sand has been overtaken. They've lost more than half of their area. Yeah, granted they have water, I guess, but
So okay, so since this was a 12-step timer, at 6, snails became scarce, and at 0, we're gonna I'll be, well, no, Amy will be figuring out what that means.
yeah.
So for the moment, snails are now scarce.
Okay. I get an action. So my action is going to be. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hold a discussion.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start with a statement, which is, I know a lot of stuff needs to get done, but we are spread way too thin.
Okay. I think we really need to focus on getting rid of these fucking ghouls.
We talking right now instead of fighting.
Can we pretend that snail planes in the night sky are like shooting stars?
Yes. Yes, we can.
We need.
I could really use a
that's-
slime right now.
That's the next project is snail planes.
All right.
Okay.
Next in the order
Is me.
is Jupiter.
It's
Jupiter gets the
me,
queen.
and then after this,
it gets resolved this turn.
And yeah, after we're done with this card, we're gonna be resolving 4 projects.
Okay.
So get ready for that.
Here's your queen. Queen, a project finishes early. Which one and why? Also worth knowing, if there are no projects underway, boredom leads to a quarrel. A fight breaks out between 2 people. What is it about?
Okay.
We have plenty of projects. One of them
So-
finishes early, and why?
Uh-oh. The sand god has gotten angry. The sand god has gotten very angry that the ghouls have overtaken the land. And in order to the sand god has summoned all of her might, all of her godly energy into fast tracking the sand overtaking. And we are now living in a world where overnight the entire island has been taken up by sand. There is no more grass. And I need to fill all this in. I don't know why I didn't just fucking paint bucket.
Yeah.
Paint bucket. There we go. Resolved.
Okay, now it's time to resolve some fucking projects.
We need to resolve 5 because Amy needs to. Well, since I resolved the sand project, do I decide what that means, or does Amy?
I can't remember how that started.
Amy was the one who started it because Amy resolved the sand, like started the sand cult.
Yeah, then I guess Amy would do it.
Yeah,
Amy, that one was kind of like out. That was we did some fucking with the rules to make that happen, but yeah.
Okay. Sand has covered the island. So there's some bad news. Which is sand has covered like a lot of stuff. But there's some good news too, which is the sand got ghosts. All the ghosts got sand in it. And the ghosts didn't like it, and so they kind of they flew away. Except for Jeb, he's still there.
Okay, so that kind of makes sense. The sand king or the sand god blasted the island in an attempt to get rid of the ghosts, and it worked.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay.
It also killed all of the snails.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
and a few people.
Did anything happen to Bixie? What was her name?
Bitsy floated into the sky and disappeared.
Okay, so a lot of things happened, which makes sense for a 12-step timer. Okay, so I'm gonna mark. Let's start here. Mark snails as dead.
Well, okay, I will say people who had snails as pets and fiercely fought to protect them, like inside their huts, those snails survived. But snails that lived outside...
But as a community resource, snails are no longer available.
Yes.
Yes.
And then I'm going to go ahead and mark, change some things. I'm going to change Bitsy to floated away.
Missing in Miami.
I'm going to mark Jeb as the final ghoul.
Yeah.
And then I think that is it for that resolution. I'm going to Amy, do you mind if I take over the Amy, I'm actually gonna be taking over that snail, if you don't mind.
How do I do that?
I do that. So
okay.
the snail belongs to me. Because I'm gonna wait to resolve the Snail King until we're done with everything else. So Joe, you had the silverfin farming.
The silverfin project is completed, and I'm going to say that they have not managed to get any bigger silverfins created, but they have been able to what's it called when they husbandry or whatever, that's with horses, but husbandry for fish.
Yeah.
And they've managed to create a bigger population, and it's a decent source of food, but it's complicated to clean them properly, and it's kind of dangerous because their fins are very sharp.
Okay.
So it takes work, but it will do as a source of food.
So I can only mark things as either abundant or scarce. Are silverfins now abundant?
They can be abundant. They're abundant.
Yeah,
but,
they're abundant
like,
now.
They're abundant now, but like we know the other connotations of what that means.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and resolve the silverfin weapons. So we're sort of that has been resolved now, but we're sort of in an awkward position because we now have an abundance of weapons, but no one to fight with them. So
well, we got the gnomes.
we do got the gnomes.
And we got Jeb.
And basically, we've just now got an absolute fuck ton of magical bone weapons.
Well, that's the best part, is that we don't actually know if they're magical because we have nothing to test them on.
That's fair. So I'm just gonna mark that as bone weapons. So we have an abundance of bone weapons, but right now, that's just gonna be in our back pocket.
I have my glass.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the cool thing, is that they didn't need them for... Where's my layer? Where's my layer? They didn't need them for guys. But apparently building a bunch of glass walls during a sandstorm was very helpful, and it helped keep the community safe during a giant sandstorm.
Oh my god, I love this.
That's awesome.
I love the idea of just a bunch of glass panes like encircling a little community.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
It did leave a tiny, tiny patch of grass left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, can you draw that patch of grass? Can you draw like the glass wall sort of circling this dude?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Wait, where did the grass come from?
It's because the grass that was still left, because the glass was
okay, cool.
Yeah.
It didn't get
That's awesome.
Destroyed.
That's fantastic. Perished. And notably, when the big sand blast happened, one of them got like knocked off the mountain and is presumed dead. But 3 members of the grass cult remain, and they were able to climb all the way to the top of the mountain to meet with the Snail King. But unfortunately, right before they arrived, the sandblast killed the Snail King. However, they rest and make camp in the presence of the Snail King's corpse, and mourn. And in their mourning, by their tears dropping onto the land where the Snail King rests, the Snail King's spirit inhabits these 3 grass cult members. And what that means for us is that they have transformed into super powered beings. Not like their power set revolves primarily around everywhere they walk, they leave a snail trail behind, which seeps into the earth and blossoms into grass and nature and flowers and trees.
Oh, okay.
So we now have these three super-powered grass cult members who are replenishing the land. There's no project for that yet, but that's just something they can do.
Okay. And now you take your action.
Yes. Okay, so here's my action. So I am going to start a project. And here's what it's going to be. So the three superpowered grass cult members, they are going to and Amy, are you okay with me flavoring the glass wall as a glass dome around the community? Awesome.
For sure.
So they are going to return to the glass dome. And their project is going to be to within the grass dome create a bubble of grass and nature by that can bring back the snails. And I think that this is a big project. I think it takes 6 weeks.
Okay.
We with it?
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna go ahead and on the map. Just honestly, just for flavor, I'm going to mark the trail that these guys took.
Yep.
Just like there. Okay. And actually, I'm just going to just to mark it. I'm just going to turn the mountain green, if that is okay. Just representative.
Oh wow! Wait.
Okay. And that is my turn.
It's my turn, isn't it?
It is your turn.
Yeah. Jack of Diamonds. Jack of Diamonds, we are looking at predators are bad and bad omens are afoot. You are careless and someone goes missing under ominous circumstances. Or predators and bad omens are afoot. What measures do you take to keep everyone safe and under surveillance? Do not reduce project dice this week.
Okay. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna we're everybody's staying in the dome. It's a dome day. Everybody's so scared. There was so much sand. Everybody's like traumatized, and everybody's staying in the dome.
Okay.
What are
the predators?
Or what's happening that they take refuge in the dome from?
There are things rustling under the sand. There are things rustling under the sand, and they don't know what they are.
Oh,
they're
shit.
not used to it. And they don't want to find out.
Can you mark that on the map?
Yeah, mark that on the map, please. And I'm gonna remove trapdoor in the ground from our terrain list because it's kind of been resolved. And I'm gonna add something is under the sand.
Okay. Amy, what's your action? Oh, and Jupiter, reduce your project day.
Nope.
No, I don't.
Do not.
Right, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Project is to fucking.
You don't have to do a project.
Yeah, could be a project or discover something new or discussion.
What I want to do is is project is to build a new part in the community so that the gnomes can also live with us.
Oh, a gnome zone.
Gnome zone.
A gnome zone.
Gnome home.
We're interesting that we're segregating the gnomes.
Well, we just don't have enough homes right now.
That's fair. That's fair. All of it's just that all of the homes currently are being taken up. We need more homes for the gnomes.
Gnome zone's gonna take a while to make gnome zones out of.
Mm-hmm.
Gnome zone's gonna take probably 6 weeks.
Okay, a 6-week gnome zone makes sense to me.
6-week gnome zone.
I'm glad that we're getting the gnomes on our side because things are going really tits up lately, and you know.
They are also just staying in the boat because
Yeah.
from eyesight is just this.
Yeah, Jeb is just up there. Jeb is just up there, and they don't know what to do about him.
All right.
I need to get more water, so I am gonna be right back. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's your turn anyway, so.
It is my turn anyways.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to speak slowly so as to kind of eat up this time.
Uh-huh.
This is a cool, handy little production tip for anyone. You can just kind of talk slow sometimes.
Yeah, it's important to you know, measure your speech and you know, really just sort of like take up that time to make sure that your co-hosts have all the time they need to sort of get back to being part of the show. So
that's right.
You know, and
I drew the 2 of diamonds.
the
We're
2
still
of
in center.
diamonds. Yeah.
Someone new arrives. Who and why are they in distress? Or someone leaves the community.
Oh.
Who and what are they looking for?
Oh, interesting. Fascinating. Oh, I realized that in the notes, I haven't been updating the projects, but honestly, since we've been marking the projects on the map, I'm just gonna remove that section.
What was the choice?
I'm telling you that the choice is someone leaves the community. Who and what are they looking for?
Okay.
And the person that is leaving the community is named Tender. And he is leaving the community because he's looking for the person that fell on the mountain, who was his husband.
Oh, okay. So Tender looking for husband. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Sounds great. Good to know. New character. Mark that down. Mark that down, everybody. Just kidding. I did it.
And then I'm going to hold a discussion.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, speaking as a sand zealot, we just saw success. Why would you let these no, not a why, not a question. These defilers must leave. We need to handle the threat of Jebediah.
Speaking as a member of the grass cult, you got your victory, but at the cost of the snails, an important aspect, a founding aspect of our community. I think it is you who should be expelled.
I think we should get the bone weapons and stab Jeb.
All right, I'm going to take some contempt.
I'm also going to take some contempt. Not from you. I'm just going to say right now, not from you, Amy.
Who could it be? They take contempt just from someone else taking contempt.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it up.
Yeah.
Why not?
No, I have a
Sure.
streak. I have a streak of being perfect. I don't.
Okay.
That's not
All
how
right.
this works. Okay. Just to put in the scoreboard because you don't have a physical indicator.
Yeah, so,
Jupiter
Joe-
is at 2 contempt, and I
Mhm.
am at 3 contempt, and
That is
Amy's
correct.
perfect and has 0 contempt.
0 contempt. Amy just all situations just wash off them and they don't care. Okay. So then it is my turn.
Yes.
And I give me my card. Yes.
Your card is the 5 of diamonds. A
5
project finishes early. What led it to its early completion? Or the weather is nice and people can start to feel the potential all around them. Start a new project.
Mm.
Ooh, no. I was gonna wait for this, but now I have the opportunity. I'm just gonna get things heated. Let's fucking go. So, emboldened by spite, the members of the grass cult have spread production along, and they've also just like managed to convince a lot of the community to help them out, because while there is still a strong divide between the grass cult and the sand cult, they both have a substantial amount of members. It has really created a schism in the community, and the grass cult has really gotten a lot of supporters lately. So they were able to successfully fill out the dome. And then, Amy, if it's all right, once the gnome dome is ready, is it okay for grass to go there as well?
Yep.
Cool, sick. So the grass in the main dome being completed just really really drives a wedge in the community, and the entire sand cult, which is about half of the community, separate and leave the dome to create their own settlement, which should probably be a project.
Which now you have another action to make another project.
I do have another action to make another project, and I am going to do so. So I think here on the sort of other side, I'm going to create a 6-week project to get there and create the sand settlement.
Jupiter, can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, for sure.
Instead of putting it there, I think that they would go down here because it's closer to the tremors.
Oh, okay.
And
Closer
I
to the
think
tremors.
that they think these are harbingers of good fortune.
Mm-hmm. I'm with
it's
that.
closer to the water wheel, which they would want
that
resource.
I'm gonna go ahead. Yes. Okay. Yes. I am all set. On that. So that's my turn.
Okay. Now I'm curious. Do we? Well, I guess we can figure that out as we keep playing.
Mm-hmm.
Whose turn is it?
Me.
Amy. Amy gets the 8 of diamonds. Someone tries to take control of the community by force. Do they succeed? Why do they do this? Or a headstrong community member decides to put one of their ideas in motion. Start a foolish project.
A foolish project. I love it.
Yeah, I love that.
That's really funny. All right, Amy,
so the sand guys are out of the way. The grass lovers are here, which means the snails are back, baby.
The snails are back.
And that means we're going to start a new, great, really smart project, not foolish at all, to just make our living community also where all of the snails live too.
Okay, so basically what you're saying here is that we are starting a project to cultivate the snail population in the dome.
Yep.
And you will be able to decide why that is a foolish thing to do once it completes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Also, Joe, why did you draw a little? Oh, is that from
It's
the
a
missing
missing
person?
person. It's a missing person. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. Yes. 666.
Okay, that was my thing. That now I get to lower this number. And you lower your number.
I can lower my number.
And then you can take an action.
And I can pick an action, which is kill Jeb.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
That's gonna be a project.
Project is Project Kill Jeb. Project.
Yeah, Kill Jeb project.
Take approximately less than 1 week.
Jeb has truly done nothing, by the way. In a strong while. Yeah, we can just put that as a 1 week project.
1 week project to kill Jeb.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Jeb, you're going fucking down, my guy. We're gonna kick your fucking ass. Okay, Joe, all you.
Okay. 10 of clubs. We're in autumn.
Autumn time, baby.
Harvest is here and plentiful. Add an abundance.
Oh, shit.
Or cold autumn winds drive out your enemies. Remove a threatening force from the map and the area.
Interesting.
There's only one threatening force.
and he is about to be dealt with. What do you think, Joe?
This is tricky.
This
is tricky.
It's a
I'm going to say harvest is here and plentiful.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that the grass and vegetation that's been coming back from the snails it's different than what was originally on the island.
Okay.
People have taken note of it, but didn't really know what to expect. And now they have started to cultivate some little berry bushes.
Ooh, berries.
They don't know what berries are and don't know whether they're safe or anything like that, but there's actually no, it's an abundance, so they have to know. Let's say that the berry bushes have been there and now they have discovered that they are safe to eat.
Yeah, but
so they have an abundance of berries.
I want to lean into your original instincts just a little bit and say that like they know that they're edible, but they don't know fully what they do.
Yeah, actually, no, I don't know that they're edible. We have an abundance of berry bushes. Okay. Harvest is here, and we have a new abundance, but we don't know what the applications of these berries are.
Okay, sounds good. Cool. And then what's your action?
My action is... Oh, wait, we have to do project clocks.
Oh, that's true. The sand community is almost here.
All right. Jeb update.
Fucking dead.
He got killed.
So I'm gonna go ahead and mark Jeb as dead again.
Here's a question. Does the ghoul remain?
Oh.
He was killed with presumably with a bone sword, yeah?
It was magical.
So we are confirming with this that bone weapons can kill ghouls.
Well, I'm saying...
Well, that's up to Amy.
It's up to Amy. It's up to Amy if the ghoul is dead. If the ghoul does remain, I would say it's probably not a threat.
I think the sword goes through the body and touches the ghoul, therefore killing the ghoul.
As officially magical bone weapons.
Seeing that, I am going to actually, fuck. I'm going to start a project to make contact with the gnomes and invite them to our community.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we're building the housing for them, so it's
I know
about
we
time
haven't
that we.
talked to them yet.
Yeah,
so...
it's about time to reach out, you know, like, but also like, what a good incentive of like, hey, we've already built houses for you, so
Yeah.
you know, hey, wink, wink, don't judge. Cool, awesome. For my turn, go ahead and give me my card.
Queen of Clubs.
Queen of
Disease
Clubs.
spreads through the community. Choose one. You spend the week quarantining and treating the disease. Project dice are not reduced this week. Or
Okay.
nobody knows what to do about it. Add health and fertility as a scarcity.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe we can just do health.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You don't want to say that no one can fuck?
They can fuck all they want. It's just like we're not gonna introduce. Well, maybe we could introduce babies. A baby could be born. Yeah, okay. Health and fertility.
Babies can't be born with this disease going around. Okay, I'm gonna go with because I feel like I think we've got it too good right now.
Yeah.
So I think that this disease comes, and I'm gonna say that right now it only affects the grass community, because they are stuck within a dome. There is not like fresh air is a little like the air circulation is not good right now. So unfortunately this disease takes hold. And so I'm gonna go ahead and add health and fucking to the resources as a scarcity.
Okay.
I see that there is no fighting back on that. Cool.
Nope.
That is scarce right now. And
Wait.
think that I think that this new disease might change the discussions a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So little to their knowledge, they had contracted the illness before leaving, and by the time they got there, they were very ill. And actually, one of them collapsed, and no, because they wouldn't have kept going. No, but they're very ill. They barely make it to the beach. And upon seeing the illness, the gnomes fucking leave. They don't want to be here. This island, they showed up and the island turned to sand, and then like it's just been nothing but bad shit. So they're going the fuck away.
Cool.
Well,
that is what's happening.
That's what's happened.
That's how the project resolves.
The gnomes are gone. Bye, gnomes. We barely knew ye. Awesome. Still on the map right now, but just leaving.
Yeah, they're going the other way.
It's very funny.
It was vision lines, and now it's movement lines.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, so they went gnome. That's true. Okay, so now for my action. Bereft of gnomes. For my action, I think I want to discover something new.
Okay.
I feel like I want to fill up this map a little bit, and I also still feel like we've got it too good. So I think. Oh, you know what? Actually, I've got an idea. So, sand cult members, some of them are settling their new settlement, but some are going on an exodus to the old sand shrine, which no one has been to since Bitsy floated away into the sky. And what they find there is the sand god's corpse laying in the sand, and they don't know why.
Like Bitsy's corpse?
No, the sand god.
Okay, what's it look like?
That's a good fucking question. I will say, so the sand god is they're presumably dead or maybe resting. But the sand god's body is laying in the sand and is very big. Bitsy is still nowhere to be seen.
Right.
So I guess I want a smaller brush size. Then
Big.
big, yeah, big, very big.
Giant.
Yeah. They were only really in sort of communication with the sand god before. Actually, sorry, I'm gonna be drawing this. Meanwhile, would y'all would you take your turn while I draw that?
Mm-hmm.
Amy gets an 8 of clubs, which is someone sabotages a project and the project fails as a result. Who
Shit.
did this and why? Or someone is caught trying to sabotage the efforts of the community. How does the community respond?
I think that somebody from the grass clan actually tries to sneak into the sand project and tries to fuck it up, but they get caught.
Okay.
And in response, the Sand Clan basically leaves them stranded to where all those... No, leaves them stranded.
Okay. It seems like some tensions might, but like tensions are continuing to rise here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we fund projects. So we build a community of snails.
Mm-hmm.
This good news, snails are abundant again.
Okay.
Bad news. Snails are everywhere. There's fucking everywhere. There's snails everywhere, dude. They're all over.
So comfort is scarce.
But the good news is we have a shit ton of houses that we built for these gnomes. And they're empty. And so we're just gonna put all these snails into these empty houses. And the problem's fucking solved, guys.
Sick. Fucking sick, yo. Alright. Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
So
Same community timer goes down too.
Yeah, that is true. Sorry, I was busy drawing the sand god corpse.
Yep.
And of course you drew it like that. I hate you.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong? What's the problem?
Eat paint.
Eat. Hey, I thought we weren't writing words onto the thing. Oh my gosh.
Um. So we for my action, I am discovering something.
Okay.
In fact, I am not discovering something, but the person who was stranded by the sand cult is
Okay.
discovering something. So in this little area, where's my brush? So they're gonna be marked here. Basically, they were stranded here. And one of these rumbling sand things came up to them. And they got to discover what they were.
Okay.
Which they were another skeleton,
Another skeleton. Oh.
another silverfish skeleton, except it moves and
It
it's living,
moves. Oh shit.
and it ate him alive.
Damn. Okay, I guess I'm gonna add this to characters. Weirdly, I think that since it's an active entity, um,
I'm also gonna make it a part of this that if people ever go back to this area where the original one was discovered, that it's no longer there.
oh, it's gone. Okay, we
Yeah.
can just delete it off the map.
Whoops, what did I do?
What did you do?
I don't know what I did. Oh, you did that.
I accidentally did that. Don't worry about it. But yeah, you can. Would you? I guess what you could do is you could take the silverfin skeleton that you drew and just move it over there.
Yeah, that's fucking smarter. You're not saying anything, Joe.
Yeah,
Do you think
I'm not
it's
sure
stupid?
what to say. No, no. I think it's spooky. I'm trying to figure out. We got a lot of moving parts now. We
Mhm.
like we're managing two communities, and it's a lot. It's difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Weird.
we got a lot going on.
Okay. It is my turn.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I have drawn the Ace of Clubs. The community becomes obsessed with a single project. Which one? Why? And choose. Why? Choose one. They decide to act to take more time to ensure that it is perfect. Add 3 weeks to the die, or they drop everything else to work on it. All other projects fail. If there are no
Mm.
projects under Y, add a scarcity born of idleness.
Okay.
Well, there's only one project for me to choose, and that is the sand community.
Okay.
This is tricky. They don't have anything else to drop, and I want to say that they rush and finish now that their new prophets or whatever, these bonefish, they see as something unto gods or godkin,
Mhm.
and they are excited. So they're with their renewed fervor, they finish their community.
Okay.
They finish their whatever they were working on.
Yeah. Do you mind if I because I sort of have an idea about how I want to represent it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Sick. Okay. So, just to have it so that you can sort of know what I'm doing here as I'm drawing it. So basically, what I'm going to be doing is, saying that, this project finishing has accomplished two things. One, and this is going to be very tricky. So if this is too much, then just go ahead and say that this is too much, and that's okay. But for one, their community, they are building their houses out of the. They have found more bones of the silverfins, and they're building their communities out of those bones, which they see as like reverence because of like sand represents decay, represents like you get it.
Yeah. It's also anti-ghoul, which is good.
It's also anti-ghoul. Exactly, you get it. The second thing I am going to be doing is that the sand community has overtaken the water mill and and has barred it from the grass community. So the way this is going to be represented is that the grass community now has a scarcity of water and the sand community has an abundance. Which is slightly complicated, but I think it's fine.
Okay.
I can feel Joe getting stressed out.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next here.
Mm-hmm.
That was okay. So I finished your project. Now we move project dice, but there are none to move. I am going to start a project, which is that the grass community is going to the grass community has noted that they feel relief sometimes after eating the berries from their illness, and they are going to work with the various vegetation that has sprung up and see if they can't find a way to knock it out completely.
All right, sick.
Regain their health.
Awesome.
And how many weeks do we think that should take?
4.
I think 3.
I was thinking 3, so
okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Sick.
Okay. That's it. My turn.
All right. Go ahead and draw me a card.
Jupiter, which gets the 3 of clubs. Somebody leaves the community after issuing a dire warning. Who and what is the warning?
Okay.
Or someone issues a dire warning and the community leaps into action to avoid disaster. What is the warning? Start a contentious project that relates to it.
Okay, here we go. So the warning, this community member is one of the superpowered grass cult members. They are leaving to basically like this grass cult member in particular has sort of, there's a lot of schisms going on, but this one in particular has sort of like positioned herself as the like leader and one true like inheritor of the Snail King's power, and is going to leave because she feels like the grass community is getting complacent and is not properly addressing the schism with the sand community. And the warning, actually, in the second one, does the grass community member leave?
No, in the first one.
So
they
okay.
leave.
So
either way, they give a warning.
So the warning is that that the sand community is getting too powerful, and especially taking their water. And so the grass community is going to get into a fervor, declaring war on the sand cult.
Ooh.
So we got war on our hands, y'all.
Uh-oh.
I feel like you're kind of doing both, because that would start the contentious project. It sounds like.
Doesn't it?
prepare for war.
Doesn't it? Because the contentious project is part of the second one.
But then she's not leaving the community.
Yeah, that's
like,
that's
I
what I
think
meant.
have...
That's
okay,
what I
okay,
meant.
okay.
Sorry.
Can I ask
that's
what her name is?
her name is Rose.
Okay. All right.
Her name is Rose. Okay. So, Rose, they are now, the contentious project is starting a war. And basically, how I think this should be represented is, this is going to be a 6-week project. And, during the course of the project, because this is something that envelops both communities, if you both are okay with this, I think that each turn, any actions that we take should be probably centered around the war. They don't have to be, but basically by the actions taken, project started, whatever, by the end of the 6-week war, we will together decide who won. Does that make sense?
I'm still okay with you deciding who won, but just depending on what actions happen.
Yeah. I mean, we'll sort of see how it goes, but like a 6-week war where, like, I guess that's fair. I can decide who won, but basically just like it depends on what actions are taken during those 6 weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So 6-week war. Let me get that represented. Is that the sound of the war happening?
Yeah, that's from Pikmin, where whenever
yeah,
Pikmin are angry.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So this is your...
That's just
this
the
is
card.
Your card, and I'm going to roll my cure down.
Mm-hmm.
The Cure. That's a band.
That's a band.
It is.
Okay. 6-week war. Okay, cool. So, for my action, I feel like the only thing that I can reasonably do is start a project, for the war effort. I think that right now, since the grass community is beset by disease, they are at a bit of a disadvantage here. We didn't really decide how the weapons were dispersed, but I think that probably both sides have an equal share of the weapons, since it's just abundant. So I think for my project, on behalf of the sand community, I think that they are going to spend some time, rather than focus on like traditional war strategies. What they're going to do is try and appease the giant silverfin skeleton to get it on their side to attack the sand cult.
You mean the grass cult?
Yes. And what do we think? Because that's like a big project.
Yeah.
Do we think that it should take the full 6 weeks and then enact at the same time as the war ending? Or should it take like 5 weeks?
5.
I think it should take 5, yeah.
All right, let's take 5. I'll mark it there. Okay. And that is my turn.
My turn.
What you gonna... Well, what's
my card?
What's the card?
Your card is the 2 of clubs. Someone returns to the community. Who and where were they? Or you find a body. Do people recognize who it is? What happened?
I want both of these.
Too bad you can only pick one.
The gnomes return.
Oh shit. The gnomes are
All
back.
Right, that's not what I expected. We got so many missing people, but let's bring back the gnomes.
Let's
yeah,
bring back
fuck
the
it.
fucking gnomes, baby. The gnomes are back.
We were sorry about that.
The gnomes come back.
What the hell?
Oh, they went off the
gone.
canvas, so half of them, like a little bit of
It's
theirs,
just
got cut
fucking-
off.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to redraw that part of the boat.
No, they're worse for the wear. That's just how they look now.
Okay, cool.
They
Awesome.
were out at sea. That's where they were.
Mm-hmm.
They came back.
They came back half.
They
Can
came
I
back.
ask you why they came back?
Well,
I'm fully ready for it now, right now.
I do have an explanation, but the thing is, we never got to know why they came in the first place.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Yeah,
And that's tied to why they came back.
We don't know their intentions.
Well, Amy can tell us now. Amy can say they came back and they came to the community, and they found.
I would like to take a
sick
contempt.
people.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
That's fair.
You are no longer our perfect angel.
I was gonna make it a project to, talk to the gnomes, but I can explain it here. The gnomes came back because their own homeland was destroyed. And fucked
shit,
up,
the
and
gnome land.
they were looking for a place to live, and they left because they were scared. But when they were out at sea, it wasn't quite better, and a few of them died, and so they came back because they were just desperate for any sort of landmass where they knew there were living people.
Gotcha. Also, that was a smart way to do it, Joe.
Thanks.
Okay.
There were no survivors. So that was my card. You can mark down on the shits on the numbers. My action is to start a project, which is for the green cult to and have the gnome join their little community and enlist them on their side in the war.
Oh shit. I love it.
I would say this take 2-3 weeks.
Okay, cool. 2-3 weeks. I'm with it. And I am going to reduce the timers here. So 4 weeks left on the giant silverfin, and 5 weeks left on the war in general.
Go potty again.
What? Have you? I'm sorry, Amy. Can I question you really quick before you do? Have you intaken anything?
Cheetos.
Okay.
You've been eating Cheetos this entire time?
Yeah.
Incredible. All right. Well, have fun. All right, Joe.
Wow. Wait, did Amy get a action?
Yeah, that was starting the project to talk to the gnomes.
Right.
To inscript them into the grass army.
Gotcha. Okay. 5 of clubs. The parish arrives. Who are they? Why have they chosen your community, and for what?
Okay.
Or a small gang of marauders is making its way through local terrain. How many are there? What weapons do they carry?
Interesting. Fascinating. What do you think?
I think that the parish arrives.
What happened?
Well, I drew
Well
the
then.
5 of clubs. And what's happening is the parish arrives. Who are they? What have they chosen? Why have they chosen your community, and for what? And what's happening is that um, among the
Us.
larger rumblings of the fish skeletons that have arrived, there have also come up from the ground some person-sized skeletons,
Oh shit.
Okay.
and they're wearing tattered robes with the sigil of the sand god,
Oh
and
shit.
they have arrived uh, to assist with the war effort.
I know that
Um,
throughout this entire game, I have. I mean, we're sort of neutral on the outcome here, but I've sort of been like siding with the grass cult, but
Me too.
more and more, the sand cult kind of rips ass.
I think the Sand Cult might win, and I don't want them to, but I did not know how else to resolve this card. So here we are.
The fucking sand cult has a skeleton army now. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool, though.
It is. It is. But well, the thing is that the skeleton, this parish, they also they go into like the help with the war effort, or at least that's how it is interpreted by the people that live there.
Mhm.
But they also assert themselves as the new religious leaders in lieu of
I see.
Bitsy.
I see. Well,
And
I
the
mean,
actual
nobody's
sand
heard
god.
from Bitsy in a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Bitsy's gone. The sand god is dead, as
Mhm.
far as anyone knows. And these skeletons have shown up from underground and have told the sand community that they will be their new leaders and will lead them to victory.
Are they supposed to
Incredible.
be bigger?
That's
Huh?
just how they're represented, Amy. Don't worry about it.
What do you
And
mean?
they look cool as hell, so just leave it
Because
alone.
you said they were giant.
No. They're not giant. They're human sized.
Oh.
They have. I might have said they have giant tattered robes, which I did not draw, but pretend they have robes on.
Yeah. Joe, I want to say it's a fucking cool skeleton.
Thank
That's a
you.
good skeleton.
That's a good fucking skeleton. I love it.
A good skeleton.
Then then Project Clocks. Keep forgetting.
I did the project clocks.
Okay,
well,
I didn't do mine.
at least for mine. Oh, the skeleton's wearing a hat. The skeleton's wearing sort of a Jamiroquai hat.
Yeah, can you make that hat a different color?
You can make the hat a different color. You're the one
I
who
did
drew
not
the
draw
hat.
that hat.
Who drew
I
the
did not
hat?
draw that hat.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
The sickness has been cured.
Awesome.
Or rather, their project has completed. I'm going to say that with the help of the vegetation, they've been able to come up with a thing that effectively enough treats the symptoms of the illness, but they do not have a way of like preventing it from happening in the first place. They have to basically manage and take a daily dose to of whatever tincture they've come up with to manage the symptoms.
Okay.
But there's no understanding of what the long-term effects of that might be.
Cool.
Then,
have not developed a vaccine. I see.
Precisely, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Understood.
But I think that we can bring health and fertility back into abundance.
Okay.
So long as berries are in abundance.
All right. They can fuck again.
And then it is my turn, and I want to. What can you? I want to discover something.
Okay.
I know we're in the middle of a war.
No, that makes sense. I'm with it.
I want to fuck something up.
I hear you. What?
Whoa! I didn't mean to do that.
No worries. All good.
I meant to draw a hot bikini babe on the
Awesome.
I'm gonna discover a hot bikini babe on the beach.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we haven't been saying so far, but the so far all of the all of the cult members on both sides are just wearing differently colored bikinis. I feel like that's important to mention. So the grass cult are wearing green bikinis, and then the sand cult are wearing orange bikinis. You know, just so you know.
All right, I think that what happens is that a small detail again of two people take a quick trip to the mountain to see if they can find Tender, because Tender's been gone for a long time, looking for his husband, and they need all the hands that they can get for the war. But while they're there, they discover behind some shrubs toward the base of the trail, they don't know, this has not always been there to their knowledge, but there is a small opening, and inside of it, or just inside, there's a chamber with a altar, much like the one to the sand god, but
oh shit,
it's not for the sand god.
I see. Interessant.
That's what they discover.
Awesome. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay. It is now my turn. And I'm gonna take my card, and then the gnomes are gonna resolve.
Yeah.
So, Joe.
Oh, sorry.
What is my card?
Your card is the King of Clubs.
Cool. While you're drawing, I'll read that.
Okay.
King of Clubs. A natural disaster strikes the area. Choose one. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You focus on getting everyone to safety. Remove an abundance and a project fails. You focus on protecting your supplies and hard work at any cost. Several people die as a result. I have got an idea.
Okay.
So, we focus on getting everyone to safety. So, what the natural disaster is so okay. So, suddenly, both the sand community and the grass community, the whole island, really, start experiencing massive earthquakes. And both communities, their homes are in danger, their livelihoods are in danger, and they both decide to focus on protecting their communities. And in this they sort of both realize that that their petty squabbles haven't really done any good, haven't solved any problems. And so the project of the war fails.
Good.
Ooh.
And we are going to start moving into peace negotiations, which I'm going to do in my turn. But the abundance that fails, I'm gonna add an unfortunate complication, which is that the tremors unfortunately disrupt the root systems of the berries, which turns them into a scarcity, which unfortunately also turns health and fucking into a scarcity. Are we good with this?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, can I ask, you may have said this and I might have missed it, but is this resolved by like, are they still living separately?
They're currently still living separately, but that is going to be a whole project.
They're just okay.
But they are.
So you're saying like somebody in the grass community decided that it's time to do peace negotiations?
No,
or...
well, that's let me get to that.
Okay.
Because that's a project. But all this is that these natural disasters are happening, and both communities sort of independently are like,
okay,
gotcha. we need to hunker down and like protect our resources.
Gotcha.
And I am going to start a project.
Before you do, we gotta resolve the gnomes.
Now the war is off. So how does that affect these? We keep trying to talk to the gnomes, and then the reason why we approach them keeps changing because things happen.
So we approach the gnomes and we're like, "Hey, come start a war!" And they're like, "We're sick, we're tired, we're hungry."
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, "Okay, well, we're not doing the war anymore, anyways."
Want to eat snails?
Do you want to eat some snails? And they're like, "Aye."
Hell yeah.
So they join. However, because they are also sick and tired and hungry, and we are low on the resources, they eat many of our snails. They eat so many of our snails.
So the snails become scarce.
The snails become scarce again.
Okay, but they're not back to being dead. They're just scarce again. Which is
scarce because they live in the houses where all the snails live, and they're like, "I eat free food, yummy, yummy."
Yeah,
yummy.
Absolutely.
I eat the snail.
Eat the snails. Hell yeah. All right. Well, the project that I'm going to start is the peace negotiations.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry. There was an additional thing I wanted to say.
Okay.
Which was when addition to gnomes, there is new technology.
Yes, of course, because they're steampunk gnomes.
Because they're steampunk gnomes, and this was going to be more important because there was a war happening, but it's not as important now. But they have guns.
They have guns.
They have guns.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add guns to the resources. That doesn't necessarily need to be marked on the map, but actually, yes, it does. I love that gun being there. So right under magical bone weapons, I'm gonna add guns, but I'm gonna add them as a scarcity rather than an abundance.
Cool. Not that many guns.
Not that many guns.
2 or 3.
Yeah.
But you don't need that many guns to make a big impact. So, okay. So the project that I am starting is peace negotiations between the grass cult and the sand cult. And I think we're basically resetting the war counter, except making it about peace talks. So that is going to be a 6-week timer because
I think it could be less than that.
I don't know because
these people did used to live together, and they have both independently decided to call off the war to get like.
Yes, but the reason I could go down to like a 5-week timer, but I feel like the division is so strong and it's like a religious division that I feel like it's gonna be a little bit hard to do the negotiations, but we'll do a 5-week timer. And I think I forgot to knock down the timer on the silverfin skeleton. So
yeah,
that is 2. Okay, and that is my turn, Amy.
It's my turn. Draw me a card.
Amy gets. Amy gets the King of Spades. So the way that this works is that each of the suits are shuffled independently, and when it goes into winter, you could get the King of Spades and the Frost Shepherds at any time. and we just happened to luck out and get it on the first one.
Oh,
So
shit.
it has entered winter, and the frost shepherds arrive. The
Shit.
game is over.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I guess let's figure out how we're gonna wrap this story up then.
Let's do. Is there a? I don't think they have like a. Oh, the shepherds arrive. During play, it's best to leave the frost shepherds as an elusive mystery, perhaps hinting at what they are, but never giving direct answers. The game ends abruptly when the King of Spades is drawn. The card is read aloud and the game immediately concludes. Once the game is over, it's fine to share theories. Who or what were the frost shepherds? What did their arrival mean for the community? Now that the game is over, you can wonder together.
Okay. So go ahead and read the King of Spades card.
I did.
Did
The
you?
frost shepherds arrive. The game is over.
That's literally all it says.
That's the card.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was very sudden. Very sudden indeed.
I'd like to think that this used to be a small part of a land that used to be a home of giants, as we've seen with giant fish skeletons and a giant sand god and a grass god and a snail giant, and the frost guys are the living giants coming home and squashing the living humans to bits.
Yeah, I like to imagine that, like, the sand cult and the grass cult, like, they were just starting peace negotiations, and maybe if they had finished the peace negotiations, they could have worked together to fight against the frost shepherds, but they were still a divided community, and just weren't able to organize together.
I think what happens is that the skeleton priests, the parish that had showed up, their aim, it was never about sand god or grass god. It was about the giants, and they were acolytes of the giants, and they slaughter the sand people and finish the resurrection of the gods. I mean, we have the sand god's body there, and we have the access to the grass temple now. So
yeah, just all of these giants and gods, like the skeletons wiped out the sand cult, and then the giants wiped out the grass cult. I think that the gnomes escaped.
Yeah,
I think they got on their boat and left again.
They ate all of our snails and just fucked right off.
They ate all of the snails and left.
Tender and his husband disappeared from the island at some point. No idea how, but something in the mountain took them. And I think that we still don't know what happened to Bitsy.
What happened to Bitsy?
we will never know.
Bitsy. Well, look forward to the sequel to this stream where we answer what the fuck happened to Bitsy.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I'm
this
taking
is
contempt.
No extended lore, motherfucker. Figure it out for yourself. I would somebody write fan fiction about what happened to Bitsy. That's what I want.
We ended the game with 6 total contempt, 1 coming from Amy, 2 coming from Jupiter, and 3 coming from myself. I don't know what that means, but
moral of the story is that Joe is an angry person in that I am perfect.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you everyone for hanging out for this game. Surprise ending. But I hope y'all had fun. Did y'all have fun? Did y'all have fun?
What was your favorite part? Mine was I don't remember.
Yeah, what was your favorite part? My favorite part was drawing the sand god's death pose. That was my favorite part.
My favorite part was when ghosts came out of the trapdoor.
Yeah, that was fun. I also really loved the introduction of the giant silverfin skeleton. I thought that was fun.
That was super cool.
That was very sick. I love how it like the story all sort of like came together really naturally, I feel. We all had a bunch of like disparate elements, but like it all worked together.
I love the ending too, because like I think collectively we all realize them, like the Frost Shepherds are coming, like we need to get these people together if they're gonna stand a chance. And as soon as we had that thought, they all got fucking killed because it was too late.
They got fucking well, this is the thing. Like this is what happens when communities are pitted against each other. You know, like if you're not able to work together, then the Frost Shepherd's gonna fucking get you. They're gonna fucking get you. Me when I fucking get you. Yeah.
I like Jeb. I liked my favorite part was the discussion where everybody was just like, "I'm glad that Jeb was killed. Fuck,
fuck
Jeb."
that
guy. we saw this old man and we're like, I want this twink annihilated.
I love that every time you guys did Contempt, it was because I just tried to play the role of a shitty like community member.
It was like not engaging with what the conversation was about. That was why it's a Contempt.
I was trying to think of like who would be at like a Parks and Rec like public meeting. That's who I was in the community.
Oh my god. I honestly I took a lot of I think both of my Contempt were from I think Joe representing the sand cult and I was representing the grass cult. I was like, man, fuck these sand cult guys. I'm pretty sure those are where my Contempt came from.
I want to play this again. We should definitely play this again on stream.
I want to play this again on stream too.
Good. I'm glad. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, this was fucking fun. And maybe next time we do this, we can get some other people involved.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? But yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. I think we're gonna go ahead and end off. This is the longest stream we've officially done as Mushroom Station, I think.
But we played the short version too.
We did play the short version.
I'm glad we did.
I'm really glad that we played the short. I think going forward, for these streams, we're probably going to keep playing the short version.
Yep.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of the stream. Hope you had a wonderful time, and we will catch you in exactly 2 weeks for the public stream, and then that'll be our final our actual final stream of the year.
Yes, absolutely. Also, there's a movie night next Tuesday.
Also, there's a movie night next Tuesday, which if you're watching the VOD of this, there'll be another movie night in whenever you watch this. So, so yeah, have a wonderful night, everybody, and thank you for being here, and bye-bye.
Bye.